One day, me and my friend was walking through the street. We had noticed that there is a group of people standing in the line. I checked with one of the guy who was in the line. He told me that some of the groups they are distributing free biryani to everyone. If you want, just stay in the line. I told my friend, wow, that's really great. Why don't we stay in the line and get the biryani? So my friend, he told me, no, man, look at this queue actually. It's a big crowd and you have to stay for a long. No, I'm not interested. But I told him, bro, it's chicken biryani. You don't like? He told me, I like it, but I don't want to stay in the line for a long duration. I don't want it. I don't want to stay in the line. So I told him, it's free. You don't want to pay. And it's chicken biryani, free biryani. Oh my God. But still, he told me that, no, man, look at the queue. Such a huge number, and it's gonna take a long time. Hi, in this video I'm going to talk about the 5 simple tips to become a successful person in this world. These points are from Mr. Simon Sinek. He is one of the famous public speaker in this world. So do you want to know what happens to that my story? Continue watching this video. My name is Shiju Thomas. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I had decided to stay in the line and get the free chicken biryani. So what I did, I sneak in the line between the two fat guys. I was very slim at that time. Just grabbed 2 chicken biryani and one for me and one for my friends. So moral of the story is equal to the first point of Mr. Simon Sinek. It is easy to understand that there are 2 kinds of people in this world. Target versus problem. This is the first point to be a successful person in the world. What is the target? Some people are bothered about their target, their achievement, what they have to reach, what they want to achieve in their life. Same like me, I was just bothered about the chicken biryani. I was not bothered about the line. I was not bothered about the time. I was not bothered about sneaking. I did my level best. I'm not bothered about the way. If you decided that you want to become a successful person in your life, no one in this world, they can deny your success. This is a saying in this world. So I decided that I have to get the chicken biryani at any cost. But my friend, there are a lot of people in that category. They are not bothered about the outcome. They are not bothered about the result. They are not bothered about the achievement. They are just bothered about the problems. He was bothered about the long queue. He was bothered about the long duration. He was bothered about the waiting time. He was not bothered about the achievement, what he is going to get. Even he was gonna get it free, the chicken biryani, and you love the biryani also, and you are going to get it free. But he was not bothered about that. He was just bothered about the number of people who were in the line. So this is the first point: target versus problem. In 18th century, somewhere in US, 70% of the women who were giving the birth to the child, they were getting died within 48 hours after the delivery. What was that? It was something called like a black day of death or black death, something like that. They all were scared to give the delivery, all were scared to get pregnant, because 70% of the women who were giving the births, they were died. No one knows what was the reason, what is the reason behind this, what is the cause for this one. The entire medical team were investigating this one, but they couldn't find any specific reasons, because these pregnant ladies were pretty healthy. They were like not having any kind of issues, but after the delivery, within 48 hours, they died. No one knows. This is something like a spiritual activity or something. They believe in those kind of things. And during that time, one guy, he had noticed, and he told them, like he informed the doctors that this is because of your problem. This is because of the hygiene issue from your side, that these doctors were used to do the autopsy in the morning or some other surgeries in the morning, but they were not washing their hands properly with soap or sanitizer, or they were not sterilizing their instruments which was used for that particular surgery. But these instruments were used in the same surgery for the delivery or for anything else in the evening, and this is the main reason that 70% of the women were died during that time. But what happened, none of the doctors were ready to accept the story. It took almost 30 years to clear that this is the exact reason. After 30 years, all the doctors comes to know that yes, the guy was right. This was the reason that all the women were died. Sometimes you have to understand that you are the problem for your life. This is called you are the problem, point number 2. Most of the people, including me, everyone is ready to take the accountability for the success, but none of us are ready to take the accountability for the failure. right? Or for the mistakes. We have to accept these are the mistakes which happen from my side. I'm ready to accept these are the things I failed in my life. You have to accept that. You have to take the accountability for that. Then only you can, or you have the right to take the accountability for the success or for the victory or for the achievement, whatever it is. Point number 2, you are the problem. Many times, all of us are not ready to take the help from the others. We're gonna think that, or like what we are thinking, that we have the capacity to handle the situation. I don't need a help from anyone else. But sometimes we have to understand that we need a support from the others, because we are a social animal. We need a support or a push or a motivation, or then only you can perform. So you have to understand that you should keep a mindset that you have to help each and everyone. If you make millions of dollars, or if you make crores of rupees, and it is there in your bank account, if it is not going to be useful for anyone else in this world, it is useless, right? So it has to be something useful. If you have only 100 rupees and you're gonna buy a snack for someone who doesn't have the meal, you're gonna spend that 10 rupees or 20 rupees from that 100 bucks you have, then this is something going to be valuable. If you can help others, if you can consider others, if you can support others, this is going to change this world. You are going to be a successful man in this world. Point number 3, take care of each others. One day the reporter asked a question to the Nelson Mandela: what is making you different, or what is the reason behind that you are different from others? So he explained like this: when I was a child, Nelson Mandela was a child, his father was a tribal leader, one of the leader for the tribal groups in his village. So he used to take Nelson Mandela to the group meetings of the tribal meetings. So what happened, they used to sit in a circle. Nelson Mandela's father was a leader, so he used to speak first, right? But he never used to speak first. He asked each and every one of the tribal team, he asked the opinion, or he asked the feedback from each and everyone used to explain their way of thinking, their points, suggestions, or feedback, or reports. All of them used to give some kind of things. Sometimes Nelson Mandela's father was not ready to accept those points, so but he never said that no, I don't accept this one, it's not possible to accept this one. But instead of saying no, his father used to ask a question: why do you think like this, or what is the reason for this explanation, or what is the purpose of this explanation? Then the concerned person used to explain, this is what happened, or then it is going to give a clear picture what was the perspective of that particular guy, why he is thinking like this, why he spoke like that. Then after all, then Nelson Mandela's father used to get a clear picture, what is the wavelength, or what is the mentality of this entire tribal group, what I have to decide, what I have to do, or what I have to speak. Then he could speak better, he could find solutions, he could find the answers what they were looking for. That's make Nelson Mandela's father a great successful tribal leader. Nelson Mandela told them that this is what I have implemented in my entire life. Whenever I'm going there, I'm the first person to listen to all of them, and I'm the last person to speak. I don't want to speak first. But nowadays, even if you go for a company meeting, your senior manager is coming for the presentation and he's talking like this: these are the particular reason for our degrowth, these are the particular reason for our bad performance, these are the particular area we have to improve. And after all his presentation, he's going to ask, any comments? You have any comments on this one? So all the employees, all the teammates, all the colleagues are going to shake their head. Yes, they're going to say that yeah, you are right. But he was not the right leader, right? Right leader listen to the team members, listen to the employees, listen to the teammates, colleagues, and he wants to get the feedback from each and every one. So the fourth point is that you have to listen first. You have to listen to everybody unless and until they finish. You have to listen to them, and you have to take all their points before making a conclusion from your side. Listening will help you guys to improve your quality of your decision, improve the quality of your management, improve the quality of your activities, because you listen to them and you will come to know that what they were looking for, what they need, what is the demand, what is the requirement, what is the action plans you have to implement. It looked like very simple, But listening to someone, it's the biggest or toughest task in the world. So try to practice this one, how to improve your listening skill. Then your vision is going to expand. Otherwise you are going to think only in the direction what you are thinking actually. Now once you start listening, your area of expectation is going to expand, your vision is going to expand. You can think in the broad spectrum, and you can make a wise decision which is going to be useful for everyone in this world. Listen to others. Number 4, one of the ex training manager, he was like, we were working together in India. So when I met him last year, he told me this particular incident. He told me that one day when he was working as a senior training manager for that particular company, there was a meeting going on. The company arranged a business class ticket for him to flew to that particular venue, and somebody was waiting there in the airport to pick him up, and they dropped him on the hotel, and the check-in was already done. So he just walked into the room, and when he reached that venue, they gave him a beautiful cup with a lovely coffee, and he said, this year also I went for the presentation, but I travel on a train, not on the flight, and I booked the hotel by myself. Nobody was there in the railway station to pick me up. I booked my own cab. I travel on a taxi. I reached there. The check-in was not yet done, and I walk into the room with my own luggage. And when I reached the venue for the presentation, I asked them, "Can I get a coffee?" Someone put their hand to the corner of this hall. That he told me there is a coffee machine on the corner of this hall. You could get it from there. I went there. I got this foam cup. He told me last year I was standing there with a beautiful mug with a lovely coffee. This year I did the presentation with a coffee, but in the foam cup. So he told me, "Shiju, did you understand the difference? Did you got the points, or did you get the difference from this one?" I said, "No, what do you mean by this difference actually?" He told me that only the position matters. What is that position matters? He told me last year he was the senior training manager for that particular company. The company and the employees gave all the respect to him because he is the senior training manager of that particular company. So they're forced to give the respect to the particular guy. This year, the same guy who is there to give a presentation, but this year he is no more with the company. He resigned from the company. He started his own business, but the company invited him to give the presentation. But this time, company didn't offer a business class ticket. They didn't give any kind of priority because he was just a speaker. Even the audience, even the colleagues, so the people who were there, they were not ready to give the respect, same like last year. Why? Because right now he don't have that position. He's not the senior manager of the training department. He is not a senior person of that particular company. So that means when you are sitting or when you are on a particular position, many people around you, they are going to give you the respect, they're going to give you the value, they're going to obey you, they're going to give you the attention. But that doesn't mean they are going to give it to you as a person. They are giving to the position. The position matters. So when you are at any particular position, don't feel that whatever you are getting, it's because of you. It's not because of you. You have to understand tomorrow this position may change. You may go to another position, and the people are going to treat you in a different way, right? So the position doesn't matter. It may keep on changing. It may vary from one to another. But as a person, if you can do something good for the others, as an individual, if you can do something good for the others, those things are going to stay in your life.